Today's light language activation collective tune-up is clearing lack and anchoring self-worth into your DNA. Hello, beautiful souls. My name is Campbell. I've been bringing through light language since 2003. And in the collective tune-up, I tune in to the mass consciousness of everyone and bring through light language that would best serve our evolution at this time. Light language very quickly dissolves old programs and then will encode new light frequencies to lift our field and to activate our DNA into a new way of being in the world. It's a very powerful, fast frequency technology that humans are awakening to more and more. Thank you for listening and receiving this light language activation to awaken your greatest potential in this world. And I truly appreciate your support. You know the drill of my channel. Like, subscribe, share. As my channel grows, more and more people will be activated into these higher frequencies, which really will make a difference in this world as we're holding these upgrades. Your support can have a big impact on my channel, so thank you so much. And now let's move into the light language activation tune-up for the collective. I don't think this light language activation today requires any preamble. I'm sure most people are happy to clear any lack and also to be anchoring self-worth into our DNA. I know just the life we've lived and the world we've grown up in has certainly impacted the self-worth of many, many people. So I feel this one will be beneficial in allowing us again to move forward into our greatest potential. So let's tune in. Just connecting us all once again now, connecting in with the collective. In the moment in time when each person will be listening to this so that it meets the frequency of each individual who listens. Pardon me. Siat kia shino, siat kia shatakash kanahate ko, siat kia shatakia na kisana. Hushatakea no, siakaya to, shiaku ia kaya no, shiatakia satakia shatana. Maxikaya ko, siatakia kasana, takia kasiata kia nana, takia sataka ashkanahatika asiki. Ushaka o takia naya sa takia sha hisaka kea naya sakia kotia maxia takia kasinia ka hosia hosia hosia. So first of all, it was just gathering up all the chaos, the collective chaos, bringing it into balance, and then just moving it out of the frequency field, moving it out of the inner layers of the aura, and it will expand as we go along to completely move out of the aura this past programming that we've held, this lack that we have held, getting moved out, and all the chaos that it creates in people's lives, and all the comparison and the value judgments. So much connected to that lack consciousness. And really, even people who have a lot of money are often responding out of a mindset of lack. You know, they don't often have really comfortable, happy lives because they're so worried about their money and protecting it and keeping it and not losing it. So even people with money still have that lack consciousness. It's definitely dominated this earth for a long time. So just clearing that and moving it out. And now we're going to lift it up off. Take that whole collective field, that frequency of lack around the whole earth. We're just going to lift that off. We shatakia shataka ashkana hataka asiki. Hashiyatakia shayakosia. Shakaya toni axikatakia shai. Husakanakia tasiatakia shataka ashkanataka asiki. Hunatatakia satakia natakia sayakotia. We're calling on Archangel Michael now to assist with his vacuum and just vacuum up that cloud, like a dark cloud over the earth. Although I see it disguised as misty white clouds, and just pulling that all off of the earth. Seeing the whole globe with that cloud of lack being pulled off. And thanks to Archangel Michael for creating those clear blue skies for us. He's happy and honored to be assisting. And so now we're going to anchor in the codes of self-worth, the star codes, the earth codes. When we know that we really belong to the earth, we allow that self-worth to be there because we know that we belong. I think a lot of what's creating our lack of self-worth is just we come into this world, but then immediately we're separated from it. Like, especially when I was born, and even with some children my age, when you're born, you're not laid on your mother's chest and have that opportunity to bond with this new welcoming being that means home now that you're on the earth. Like, that doesn't always happen. So the moment we're born, that separation exists. So this self-worth of knowing we belong also means being fully anchored into the earth. And so these earth codes that are coming through are anchoring us into the earth. And then the star codes that are going to come through are anchoring us into the potential of where we've come from, the memory, the remembering, bringing into our body, the remembering of who we've been, and having the full self-worth to walk in that and to be that and to carry that within our field. Not that it needs to be acted out in any particular way, but when you hold it, you hold yourself different in this world and you feel different in this world. So we're going to anchor in these earth codes and star codes now. Wachika na tikia kaya so tikia na. Ishana kia ka tikia sa tikina. Ushakwa e tako shiana kia sa tikia shatika ashkana hatika esiki. Ushakwa atikia saya kosi anikia satika ashkana hatika esiki. Ushakwa ayakoni katikia shaya kosia. Akaya hosi atikia shana hatikege. Isatikia kashni. So they're working with the umbilical cord actually. So there's something about that separation, even the way that happens, or it happens in that moment, or there's a frequency in the way the umbilical cord gets cut. So they're working with that so that we don't have that disconnect. So anchoring new codes about all of that happened. It feels a lot around birth, the time of birth. Ushakwa anakia kaya to, kaya to, kaya to. Ushakwa tikia na. Watikia natikia shatikia shatika ashkana hatika esiki. Ushakwa etikoshi ai kosina, kosina, kosina. Maksakaya toshi akwa ikanai kosi ata. Isanakia kaya hosi atikia shatikia shatikia shnatikia ka. So now I see a cord. It's like it has a pendulum on the bottom of it, a weight on the bottom of it. And it's like dropping down from your root chakra, of everyone who's listening, dropping down from the root chakra down into the core of the earth. And it's kind of creating a spiral pattern as it goes. It's not just dropping down, but there's this beautiful spiral of fully anchoring into the earth and anchoring into the very core of the earth, to a beautiful golden light frequency there. Ushanat kia kaya so, tikia sa, tikia na, shikaya ko, tia kasini, kaya so, tikia shatikia shatika ashkanatik. So I'm feeling a lot in my shoulders, and it's just like a lot of tension just dropping away as we get anchored fully into the earth again. And what that feels like, it feels like being held for the first time and needing it so much. So just feeling that anchoring into our bodies, that deep connection with the earth, which will then impact our self-worth. And the spiraling is symbolic of it anchoring into our DNA. So as we're doing this, it is anchoring into our cellular structure. And now we'll bring in the star codes of the highest aspect of who we are, the remembering of our star selves that is a part of our human selves. Satkia Shaya no Tkia Satkia Natka. Washini Katkia Sa, he Satatkia Nashiatkia Sa, he Satke Kakoshiatkia Shatkia Nashkanatkeski. It's like stardust, and then it became like this, it feels like a pillar of glass light moving down through the crown, all the way through the central column of the body, all the way down into the core of the earth, offering that light into the earth. And then it comes back up, and it's like the star frequency is inside this glass tube and the earth frequency is outside, and it's spiraling up, spiraling up, spiraling up, and offered back to the stars, so that we're fully anchored between the stars and the earth, and all that frequency is moving through us, activating that realization and that understanding of who we are and the realities that we have moved through in our many lifetimes upon this earth and our many times between lifetimes. And so now we'll just anchor in more around this self-worth being anchored into the DNA. Hushana kia na sikiti hasiki hasinat kia sat kia sha. So first they were erasing and just shaking up the old programs, like shaking up the old structure, loosening it up so it can just poof and be gone, so that these new codes can be anchored in. Hushaki anaya so tikia sha, osana kia shat kia sa, ushakwa eight kosikia nasiat kashane, usakwa at kia sat kashana. Ukshat kea kosiat kia sha, ushaka ena kosiat kia shat kia sa, hashania kaya sot kia sa, hashania kat kia shat ka ashkanat ka e, isat kaya no siat ti kanasia ti sanatia takanehe hosi kaya no shi, ishakwa eight ko shu, isana kia shat kia sha, hashiat kia shat kia kana. So they just cleared and reactivated all our chakras. And so they cleared them at first with this movement, and then deactivated them, anchored in very solidly. I saw everyone like just feeling very solid and knowing who they are, and having a great sense of why they're here. Doesn't mean that there needs to be some great thing that you need to be doing, but just this inner awareness, this is why I'm here. This is the peace I bring, no matter how subtle that looks or how small that feels on the outside. Knowing that and having that anchored in is huge on the inside. And then all of that finished when they spun this huge disc around the heart. So it was like there was this beautiful disc around the heart that got activated and is spinning out now, that really holds that heart frequency of who you are. And that awareness of who you are is like, it's like the disc is moving so fast it has a hum. It's like a and it's just your frequency resonating at a new level out into the world. You might want to play with this and just see how people notice you when you're out and about. Like often if I'm out shopping, I know that my field is expanding all the time. I'm allowing so much transformation within myself. And I just notice how people notice me, or I'll be walking behind someone and they'll turn around and look because they can feel me. It's just kind of fun to play with that. Just to see, to know how your field is shifting and see how other people can feel you, because you're holding this beautiful light and the fullness of the essence of you so grounded into the earth. So thank you again for being here. I hope you enjoyed this activation, this collective tune-up. It was beautiful to bring it through, beautiful to be doing all this heart work with everyone, myself included, always receiving and always ready to grow and expand. I'm so grateful that you're on this journey with me. Honestly, everyone, thank you so much. Every view means something to me because I know it's moving through the world and it's being met. So thank you so much.